Lately, I've been playing a lot of the game Burnout Paradise, and it's a pretty old game. It's I think almost 10 years old, if not 10 years old at this point. But it's a fun game, and I mean, if you're looking for a game to play and don't have much money or whatever, or you want something older, and you still got your PS3 or your Xbox 360, or I think it came out on PC. If you got any of that stuff laying around, it's a good buy for real cheap usually. I got a copy of it for like $15. But as I've been playing lately, especially over the past few weeks because I've had nothing to do and I've been home from college, something kind of I started to think about something, and that's the enigma of the character of DJ Atomica. Now, DJ Atomica is the radio host of the show Crash FM in Burnout Paradise, and he hosts this show throughout the game. You hear him throughout the game, and he also kind of serves as almost like a guide as the game goes on, and you unlock different cars and things like that. And I've heard a lot of different theories about DJ Atomica and like how he exists. And one particular one that I saw that I found pretty interesting was a video by the Superforge, where they discuss that they believe that DJ Atomica might be a ghost, or if you look in the comments of that video, there's a few people with some other interesting theories, like that you are actually DJ Atomica driving around the car, or that DJ Atomica is I think that the theory that they covered in the video, I just watched it, but I kind of already forgot what it was that DJ Atomica is a ghost, and that Burnout Paradise, Paradise City, is the afterlife because of a weird glitch where his voice gets all messed up and then the music eventually cuts out. But I did some research and some thinking of my own, and I think I've got a little bit of a different theory on DJ Atomica and who he is or what he is. So here's my theory about DJ Atomica. My theory is that he's not you and he's not a ghost, but he's in your car with you, giving you advice and doing his radio show from your car live. And there's a lot of reasons that I say this, and I also believe that Crash FM isn't actually an FM radio station, but rather it's a satellite radio station or like an internet radio station. Now, part of the reason why I say this is because the music in Burnout Paradise can be controlled by the player. If you look on the screen right now, you'll see that there's footage of me changing the song at will. On the PlayStation, it can be done in by pressing R1 on your controller. So that means that the radio station most likely isn't an FM radio station, if even a radio station, if the music is even part of the radio station. Because I actually have a radio show, and if you change music like that, you're probably, I don't know if you're necessarily going to get in trouble for anything, but most stations aren't going to do that. Nobody's going to listen to you if you do that. And when I got my radio show, I remember they said to like play things reasonable. So that's one thing. Along with the ability to change your song whenever you want, there's also the fact that Burnout Paradise has a custom playlist creator, which is another thing that you can see probably on the screen right now. If you go into your soundtrack options, you can do custom, and then if your PlayStation, and I think it works on Xbox, I don't know about PC, but you can play any music that you have stored on your PlayStation. And if you see or saw, I tried to play one of my radio shows through it, but I think there's like some sort of limit on the amount of time that a song can be. But so you can also play your own completely custom tracks on there, which technically would mean that Crash FM would be able to play vulgar music, which, since Paradise City is in the US, you can't do that, and there's no possibility for this station to be a real station because the FCC has specific hours from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. where you can't play any music with vulgarities. And given that you can, the clock, if you can play any music whenever you want, in game it would be between 6 and 10, you'd be able to play musical vulgarities, which is not allowed on just a normal radio station. However, on satellite and like subscription radio services, that is allowed. So that's another reason why Crash FM probably isn't an actual radio station, even though it has a physical location in Paradise City and an antenna for some reason. It's very unlikely that that station is actually a FM broadcast station. It's also very unlikely that Crash FM is a normal FM radio station because of how DJ Atomica encourages players to crash their cars and stuff, and that happens throughout the Burnout games. So you would definitely not be able to do that on a normal radio station. And I mean that you get points for more crashes and stuff, and DJ Atomica will even congratulate you if you set a new Showtime record on a certain road. For Showtime is the crash mode.
You beat the Showtime road rule. Switch to time road rules, then beat the record to rule that road.
So now that we can assume that Crash FM is a satellite or internet radio station of some sort, we can move on to the fact that DJ Atomica is likely just in your car with you. And that's for a variety of reasons. Mainly how DJ Atomica will congratulate you and give you advice for different things, such as starting races.
Survive the drive northwest to the Crystal Summit Observatory. Race east to the Wildcats baseball stadium. Survive the drive southwest to the Lone Stallion Ranch. Survive the drive northeast to the Coast Guard HQ.
Leveling up your license.
The Class B driver's license is yours. Quite an achievement, but you have some way to go to be one of Burnout's best. Events have been cleared. The Class A license is waiting for you.
Unlocking cars both from a license upgrade or from the showdown things where you wreck the other cars to get them.
Celebrate upgrading your license with a new car. The Carson Fastback has been delivered to your junkyard. The Hunter Manhattan has been delivered to your junkyard. The Rossellini LM Classic has been delivered to your junkyard.
And failing races.
DJ Atomica here with reports of junkyards piling up with wrecks as amateurs take to the roads without the knowledge of back streets and alleyways that'll get them out of trouble when they're in a tight spot. Another one bites the dust. DJ Atomica here on Crash FM as another wreck gets added to someone's mantelpiece. When you're being chased, it's always a good idea to know where the nearest auto repair is.
So given how DJ Atomica comments on specific things that you are doing and says specific things to you as the player, and how Crash FM doesn't actually abide by the rules of a usual radio station, that I feel like is enough evidence to prove that Crash FM is actually a satellite radio station and that DJ Atomica is actually in your car with you going along for the ride. And it doesn't stop here, though. I actually have evidence that goes back before Burnout Paradise to prove that in Burnout 3, DJ Striker was in your car in that game. DJ Striker is the DJ from Burnout 3. There's a different DJ in that game. And that Crash FM was still a satellite radio station back then, and even more proof that it is a satellite radio station in Burnout 3. So in Burnout 3, once again, one of the first things that you can see is that you can change the song that's playing in your car at will. So again, doesn't necessarily abide by the rules of a normal radio station, because you can just change your song whenever. And then also, again, the fact that Stryker in Burnout 3, again, comments on how you should wreck your car, and he does it actually much more than DJ Atomica does in Burnout Paradise, but nonetheless, he still does it, and he actually even gets more specific with it, with like how you should crash your car and stuff.
I just picked up the latest Vineyard stats from burnout3.ea.com. You gotta cause some serious carnage if you want to beat the competition. Three steps to filling up on adrenaline. Number 1, use Crash Nav to find yourself a busy crash junction. Number 2, hit the gas and the boost. Number 3, target as much traffic as you can and check your nav for the latest crash junctions.
And along with this, Stryker also makes comments on certain events that are happening in the game, such as if you go to specific events in a specific city, he'll talk about them, such as Winter City in this next little example.
It is me, Stryker, on Crash FM, watching you guys burn out. The latest junctions here in Winter City are live.
But here's the main thing that I think proves that Crash FM is a satellite station, and again, that both DJ Atomica and DJ Stryker from Burnout 3 and Burnout Paradise are in your car, is that in Burnout 3, the game isn't limited to just the United States like Burnout Paradise is. Burnout 3 takes place in the US, Europe, and Asia. So, since you're still listening to Crash FM, and it's highly unlikely, as we've already said, that that is a real radio station, and even if it was, it'd be very rare for a radio station to have like broadcast points in multiple countries like that, all the time, 24/7. Like, there are talk shows that do have, there's affiliated stations and stuff that'll play like that talk show, but it's really unlikely that a station is going to have multiple places that play just that station 24 hours a day in multiple different countries. But again, a satellite station or an internet station would be accessible from anywhere in the world, so long as you can connect to the satellite or internet or whatever. And along with that, since in Burnout 3, Stryker can comment on specific things in other countries, it must mean that he's with you there. And the easiest explanation for that would again be that either he's in the car with you or otherwise like nearby with you. So given all of this evidence that I've presented, I think that a lot of people would probably agree that even though DJ Atomica, and I guess also DJ Stryker, since we brought him up quite a bit, although the Burnout 3 stuff was mainly just to justify that it happened in Burnout 3, so it also probably applies to be true in Burnout Paradise. But anyway, given all this, I think that the most reasonable assumption would be that DJ Atomica is hosting an internet radio station or a satellite radio station from within your car. But he's not the driver, however. He is in the car somewhere, though. Now, you could argue different things, given that, like, the bike add-on, you can see that there's only one character driving the bikes, and that you can still listen to Crash FM, although I don't believe Stryker says, or not Stryker, DJ Atomica says very much when you're driving a bike around. But anyway, not to like diss any of the other theories about Stryker being not Stryker, oh my god, DJ Atomica being a ghost or anything, but I just think that when you take a look at it and you kind of think about like radio stations and stuff in general and things like that, I think it just makes more sense to think that he is just in the car with you hosting a show from within your car. So thanks for watching. I'm Wulf. Make sure to subscribe and like and all the stuff all the other YouTubers tell you to do. And I've got more videos on the way. I swear. Maybe. Probably. Probably not.